The Digital Python Podcast, episode 302.
Hey, Chief, where's the pisser?
The Digital Python Podcast. Robot snakes with sea laser eyes.
What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the Digital Python Podcast, episode 302.
Is that your strip club DJ voice?
I don't know. I was
Give it up for Mercedes.
Right?
I was trying to think earlier, try to do like something spooky for like the Halloween edition, but then I thought, no. I was going to do my Beetlejuice impression.
Yeah.
But, no.
There you go. So. I was going to I thought, fucking wear a costume over tonight. But it's like, it's after.
Yeah.
It's the day after.
I didn't even think about Halloween. I didn't think about it.
Did you guys hand out candy last night?
So we weren't home. We were over at the cattle barns.
Oh.
We did a thing at that. So we weren't home. And then that ended at 7:30. We cleaned up. I think we got home about 8:15.
Yeah.
I literally, not to be disgusting, I got in the house and I had to use the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
They turned the lights on. I shut the door to the bathroom, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear and it was a kid.
People are knocking on
Yeah,
the
we didn't
door.
even have the porch light on. Of course,
I was going to say, I didn't see your porch light on, but you had your outdoor
lights.
Did you throw your shit at 'em?
No, Stephanie said, sorry, we're not handing out candy. We just got home.
Yeah.
But I think because they saw the lights in the kitchen.
Did you get your house egged?
I don't. You know what? I haven't.
Fuck you, bitch.
I haven't even paid attention, to be honest.
No candy. It's time for some tricking.
Yeah. You know the rules.
But you know what? There was a pretty good crowd that came through over there last night. I was kind of surprised.
There was quite a few come down the street last night. Of course, me and the yellow house next to me was the only ones
handing
out candy.
Well, my plan was to have Eli and Katie here handing out candy because we volunteered for that.
Right.
Well, then she was like, "Oh no, they're going to help us." I'm like, "Well, how much stuff are we going to be doing?"
Yeah, I thought.
Then it ended up Eli wanted to go.
They probably didn't do shit anyway. So.
Eli went with his girlfriend, his friends, and their friends, and went over to Attica, and Katie was with us. So yeah, nobody was here handing out. So
I didn't. Like I say, I looked down. I was like, I don't think his porch lights.
Yeah.
Does Katie get jealous of Eli going places? Does she want to tag along?
No, not necessarily. I think in that sense, that's where she's kind of like her mom. She doesn't care if
she's a loner.
Sometimes
kind of like
she
whatever.
She can be sociable, but she's also fine with just being
sitting and staring.
That's the way I was when I was a kid.
Staring into the darkness.
I don't know.
Contemplating my father's death.
I asked grandma or grandpa or something. Hey, can I spend the night? No. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's just like, no big deal. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go find something else to do. Where's Dirk?
That's the thing. Usually when you're younger, and I don't know about you guys, but I would always have like a list. All right, this is my always go-to. Mm-hmm. And it was usually Tony. I'll go to Tony's, call around first.
Right.
And then figure out where he's at.
See what's going on.
Get our game plan together.
That's right.
And then we'd probably meet over at the pavilion.
At the park or something. Yeah.
And then we'd hang out all damn day. And if Tony wasn't around because he had some family thing going on, then I'd end up going just over to the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had backup plans.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But it didn't bother me really as a kid, like I say. Grandparents said, nope, can't stay tonight. All right, fine, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'll go find something else to do.
Toby does look
some
tired.
People throw a fit.
Mm-hmm. I think he's high.
I think he's catching something.
I wish I was.
I think he's catching something.
I think he's on those.
I hope not.
The marijuanis?
The marijuanis. He better not be on the marijuanas.
I'm just one of those, I think, I get tired at 9 o'clock now because that's usually when I'm trying to go to bed.
Yeah.
I mean, I
makes
slept
sense.
in this morning, but doesn't really mean it was like,
Extra.
awesome sleep.
Yeah.
Because I was constantly waking up because I was hearing shit going on or whatever.
Right.
It's gotten cool out to where I don't have the air conditioner running making noise.
So you hear more things.
And so it's like if we're just relying on a fan, then it's it's a lot quieter and I can
because
I need to tell him it was me
Home
scratching
Alone,
his window.
pretty much.
Because she went to work and
No.
Dick went to school. No. Everybody was home today.
Everybody stayed home.
Everybody was home.
Yeah, so
today.
it's just like a Saturday.
A
to me.
camera of you doing it.
I did have to go let my
AI.
uncle's dog out.
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
Put
Then-
Bluetooth speakers all around every window. And start.
I just kind of ran some errands and did some random shit.
Yeah.
So
Are there cats in the wall?
Well, it was a shit show at work.
was it?
Yeah, it was a shit show at work.
What happened?
Well, at least for us. I helped the bridge crew today, and we mixed sand.
Oh yeah.
So, I've been telling the boss for the last few years that axle on that,
No, I missed
yeah,
it.
it snapped off.
Son of a bitch!
Because we all knew how scaly it was.
Yeah.
Because all the rust on it. This is a 1960s, early 70s pug mill.
Oh shit!
Still got an old
you know,
flathead engine on it.
Yeah, got an
What's
old
a pug
flathead.
mill?
Okay, so
They make pugs?
No, they mill them up.
it mills them up. Mix them all together.
It's a delicious paste.
That's how we make puppy chow.
It's an inbred maker.
Yeah.
It's a paste that
mills
looks
all the
up
pugs.
and down at the same time somehow.
You load material on one end of the hopper. It goes up a belt. It's got a mixing thing up in the top of it. And
Yeah.
it comes out this side.
And that makes it sand?
No, well, it's actually designed to make cold mix asphalt. But we revamped it to mix our liquid calcium chloride with our sand. So
Okay.
the sand goes up the belt, it mixes in.
Okay.
Is that
hopper.
the unit that's been sitting on the south side of the big
old
red
rusty
barn?
pile of crap?
Maybe
Where-
maybe that
where
was
at?
a tractor. There was one that was up on a jack, had a jack. And
No, that was one of the mowing tractors.
Okay.
This thing was probably been kind of sitting somewhat in the middle of the lot for
Yeah,
a
it's
while.
a dinosaur. It's just it's just nothing but.
I'm sure.
Impressive it still works.
It's a tetanus shot waiting to happen. But anyway, so this steering axle, and so this chute comes out over the top of all that steering axle. Well, it's got a tongue on it, and we just kind of take and push it around the lot. It's not going anywhere very far. But anyway, so I've been telling everybody, so that son of a bitch is just going to snap off one of these days.
So that's why it's taking a couple years from the
So
time
this
you've been
morning,
missed it.
Robert hooks onto it and just tries to push it across the lot to get it over to the salt building so we can nose it in to do the mixing. Yeah, it made it about 30 feet, and then it buckled and folded under.
Damn it! Just put those new tires on it too.
Just put new tires on it. That's another part of the story.
Oh really?
So anyway, so I go get the
That's layers.
excavator, and I bring it around the front of it,
Hey.
and we hook on the top of it.
You're not going to say anything that's going to get anybody in hot water.
No,
Are you okay?
no,
Okay, I just want to make
No,
sure.
no. It was just crazy.
You just
day.
threw it. How'd they
So
go?
anyway, so there's a couple big hooks up on top of the
Yeah.
chute,
I got
the
pulled
belt
his
up
back
there.
around,
So we
started
hooked onto
fucking
it,
the
and we
exhaust.
picked it up, and I walked it over there, and then backed it in the building.
did.
So, and we took one of those big concrete blocks that we have out
Yeah.
there, and we set that back down on that.
Okay.
So we're sitting level. We got the wheels chalked. We're good to go. We get it fired up. We're going. We got I don't know. I probably have 6 more loader buckets to put in this thing. I turn around to go back to it, and I don't know what happened, but the chain jumped off, and it wrapped around the bearing, and it killed the engine
That's
dead.
a big chain too.
Really?
Oh, this thing it's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's got this huge like pulley wheel up there. I mean, it's something you'd see come out of the 60s, 50s, and 60s. Anyway, but it's got these great big, I don't know, these belts are probably 15 feet long. You think? 10, 15 feet long?
Probably. And there's several of them.
And there's 5 of them,
Yeah.
V-belts, that run this great big pulley, and then it runs another gear up there. Anyway, it's got these great big chains on it. I mean, they're like bicycle chains, but they're huge.
It's Bill's phone.
Oh.
You need to answer that?
No.
You need to silence that shit.
Yeah, I
So
do.
anyway, so that broke. So then we're down, the hopper's full of sand. We're like, fuck, what are we going to do? So Kim comes out, and he gets up there. He said, lift me up there in the loader. So I get alongside of it to pull up in there to get close to it, and he's going to get in the bucket. Well, I went to turn and come around. I'm watching him, and boom, fucking hit the tire on the back of it. Blew the fucking tire out with a loader bucket. So it blows out. The whole machine goes and tips to the side.
Shit.
Kim
I was
probably
like,
about shit.
oh my God, what the fuck?
Kim's
It was
probably
just-
just stop moving, everybody.
Right. So we
You're
put the
making it
chain
worse.
back. We put the chain back on,
I've got
and
to
of
fix
course
that shit.
it's super loose still because there's no good way to tighten it up without taking links out of the chain, of course. So
Sounds like you took a hell of a day to
yeah,
get
it
off.
took
Yeah.
good data.
That's probably on
Good day to
camera
rest.
somewhere.
It could be.
Yeah.
The buckling of it probably is. It's
Yeah.
probably
You know what?
camera somewhere.
I'm sorry. I know it's always just a pain in the ass when shit like this is going on at work.
Yeah.
But if I could get that surveillance video and put the Benny Hill music
Yeah, that's
to
what I was
it,
thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
fast forward it.
Yeah.
Right, we put the chain back on as soon as we fired it up. It flipped it right back off. And it's like, oh, fuck it. We're done. We're done for the day.
It's well, and that's the thing. So this thing isn't actually the county's.
No.
I mean, the county's maintained. Well,
We've serviced it and kept
Yeah.
it running all these years.
it's actually from the pit next door.
Yeah.
Oh.
They actually own it.
Oh, okay.
They used to charge us when we used to make.
Bill, that's.
Basically, that's what.
I mean, that's
it
just
was
a
like.
newer version.
That's
of
a
it.
hell of a lot newer. Version.
Yeah, that's a lot nicer. Yeah,
I mean, this thing, I don't even think Pettibone's in business anymore.
but it's just something where the sand rides up and gets kind of mixed
Yeah.
in, and the calcium gets sprayed on it.
Right. So, but anyway, it was
An
I should have
eventful-
took pictures. I didn't even take pictures.
Eventful day.
You got a video we need to see.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got a video we need to see.
I don't know
Did I
if
show
I
you
like
that?
the sound of this.
No, you
I
never
didn't.
showed it to me yesterday.
It's not on
and then
the
you weren't
script.
there today. So
Not on the fucking script.
You didn't get
I saw
approved.
your brother-in-law
I got it.
last night, and he said, "Did you see my
Add
video?" I
minutes
said,
to the
"No,
script.
I
Son of a
haven't seen it
bitch.
yet."
What kind of shit show are we running?
So I got a phone call saying that, right behind the Dollar General in Attica, there's a manhole that their city of Attica is always having pump out. Every day it fills
Yeah.
up. I think
Really?
there's,
and there's some new tile sitting there by the
yeah,
road.
it's been sitting there
tracks.
forever. I think it's under the highway where it's busted.
So they're
and-
waiting.
and it's like they can't get the clearance from the state to
Right.
do that.
Yeah, the permits for the state's like stupid trying
Yeah.
to get.
So every day they have to go and suck shit out of that manhole. And so
Don't tell me it blew up on them.
no, so like they got that big suck truck. So Cody
So true.
was going to dress up as cousin Eddie,
Oh.
and one of the other guys was going to dress up as Clark. With like the ski mask and the hockey, or I guess hockey mask, hockey jersey.
Yeah.
So
Those are two different movies.
Merry Christmas!
It wasn't a very long video.
no, we was just driving by.
Yeah.
He just happened to be pulling up
Right.
and getting ready.
Shitter's full.
Yeah.
How do I get the volume up on it?
Just hit play.
Okay.
Merry Christmas!
But he was I don't know if he was having to borrow his wife's robe or what, but it was awful small on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But
Yeah.
he said several people stopped to take pictures
Oh, I
and
bet.
shit like that. of him.
Well, that's like that Michael Myers of Decatur.
Yeah.
Comes up on the Facebook feed
Yeah.
now all the time. And it had his little boy, I think,
Yeah.
dressed
Yeah.
up
His
too.
little boy,
And they're walking
yeah.
around like Walmart.
Yeah, I know his wife's always custody.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Well, so
Stuff like that.
I heard somebody was coming in like Michael Myers down at the High Falls.
Yes.
Wasn't
somebody
saying
came
shit,
in
just
there.
come in, sitting down,
Never
staring.
said
Was that
anything.
Drew Kerr?
I don't know.
He
but-
does it. He usually does that every
Okay,
year.
well, nobody knew.
Well,
no,
I asked Cody if it was Ty because Ty's got that outfit
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and no, I don't think so.
Well,
Yeah. So I guess somebody come into the bar the other night, Wednesday night, I think it was. Wasn't it? I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, because you weren't there today, so it had been Wednesday. He came into the bar and he just walked around real creepy and just stared at people. Then he was staring through the window from outside. And,
So, funny story. If it was indeed the same person, I think
Right.
it is. A few years back for Halloween, they had the businesses handing out candy downtown. So we were down there helping with that. Well, this Drew Kerr does this. He's
Yeah.
done it the last couple of years. I don't know if he
Right.
still does, but he'll do that.
Yeah.
Well, he went walking up the sidewalk, was doing that same thing, not saying a word.
yeah, he came
moving.
down our street once.
Yeah.
He came down our street and he was standing over here at the
Yeah.
corner and just standing there under the street light. And I'm like, what the hell
Yeah.
is he doing?
So what's funny is he does that. Well, then,
And it is creepy.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just creepy. No
But
matter
then-
how old you are or how stupid it is.
'Cause
you
it
might be
could be.
laughing, but it's still
Because
creepy.
he's staying in character.
Because
Yeah.
it could be somebody stabbed getting ready.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Hey, Drew,
true.
how you doing?
So,
Ow, ow.
Ow, what,
Well,
wait. You're
So,
taking it too
anyways,
far.
he went walking by and he'd stop and stare at Stephanie and Kristen and walk down by. Well, at one point, his wife comes pulling up, and he gets in, takes the mask off, gets in the car, and rolls down the window, sticks his head out the window, and goes, "Bye, Kristen. Bye, Stephanie." Like that. Just like nothing happened. Like he hadn't been fucking being a weirdo.
Right.
So nice to see you guys. I'm surprised nobody just shoots him in the foot. like he's screaming, it's not Michael Myers.
I was kind of wondering how much of a crowd we would have last night with Attica doing it on the same night again, because for the last 2 or 3 years they've been doing it. Attica's been doing it theirs on the Saturday before Halloween,
Right.
and we've been doing ours on the regular night. And usually people from over here go over there,
Right.
and then vice versa. People still go around here and come over. So I was worried we weren't going to have a big crowd, but
Yeah.
I thought we were going to run out of candy by 6 o'clock. We started at 5:30 yesterday.
I ran out by 8.
Did you?
Yeah, I just turned the light off. And
Well,
So do you have a trunk or treat or some shit like that?
That's kind of what it was.
they already had one like last Thursday or something.
Yeah, that was a pretty good turnout over there.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? Yeah, that was a huge
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
That was like a fair-sized crowd.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on until I got home and saw the food trucks over there. And
Yeah.
it looked like they had a great turnout.
Yeah, we went over and Jake made out like a fucking bandit.
I bet.
Jesus, because I think we went over kind of later, and it's like some people, they were just wanting to get their fucking candy over
gone,
with.
yeah.
They were just giving him handfuls. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. I had one little girl last night. She come walking up there, and I threw a piece of candy in her bucket, and she's like, "Just one?" I'm like, "They're expensive, kid."
Quit your bitching.
And well, Eli, he went over, like I said, went over to Attica last night with his girlfriend and their group of friends. They all dressed as Mario Brothers characters.
Okay.
Eli was Luigi, I guess. Yeah.
He's taller. So
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, "Is your buddy that's dressed as Mario
Yeah.
gonna be a little
Fucking
because most of his friends are a little shorter than him?"
Right. Yeah.
And he said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, well, that's the only way that's going to work."
We had to hire a fat Italian.
Yeah.
It's me.
But he took a bag from home with him. It was a big Kohl's bag. He got in the truck last night. That son of a bitch was full. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Christ.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god!"
That's a lot of money.
Well, we didn't really go around much last night. We hit your house.
Right.
We went to Danny's,
Yeah.
and we went to the fire station. We hit a couple houses up behind the store, and then
I almost went to like the little gas station stuff around here, try to find him some fun dip before we.
I thought about it too, but I was like,
Yeah.
"No, that's Tony's thing." I'm
No,
not gonna
and I
do
didn't
it.
order. I didn't order any this
Well-
year. I just happened to be at Menards, and we hadn't bought any candy yet. And they had bags of candy on sale, $4 a piece. You know, name brand. You know, Kit Kat. You know, Snickers and all that. So I just bought that because I thought, "Oh fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just grab that." You know.
I told Jake, I said, Tony doesn't have the fun dip this time. Oh, that's
know.
okay. I said, he says he's holding you some Three Musketeers. He's like, "Oh, I like them better anyways."
Yeah. So he grabbed the 3.
His taste has
Musketeers
evolved.
and a Kit Kat.
Oh, and a
He
Kit
grabbed the
Kat.
3
And a kitty
Musketeers.
cat. He calls them kitty cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Aiden likes. So we had to buy Kit Kats.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only thing he likes really. So he likes Butterfinger. And,
Saw Tanya and Holton last night.
right. Yeah. He was the Deadpool.
Yes, and see,
Yeah.
I mistaken.
Oh, he's
'cause
Deadpool. I was
only
thinking
saw
Spider-Man.
Well, see,
see,
everybody mistaked him for Spider-Man.
because I saw his back, and it looked
Yeah.
like some of it looked like the blue and red, like
Right.
Spider-Man. I said, "Is he Spider-Man?" She's like, "No, he's Deadpool." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I'm fucking Deadpool. Deadpool.
I know that's what I told Ryan. I said, "Well, he's got his Deadpool costume on. Did you teach him to say F word 40 times in a row?"
and make
He said,
some
"No."
and make about 20 sexual innuendos in
Right,
between.
exactly.
Fuck yeah.
But his little buddy was Wolverine.
Yes,
so,
I
yeah.
saw, and that was a
So
good
they were a
costume
pair.
too.
Yeah, did you see the beard?
I was more impressed with the how big the claws were.
Oh
man,
yeah, they were
because
huge. He
that's-
couldn't even pick candy out of a bowl because the claws were so long. But no, he had a beard on
really?
too. It was really cool. I was like, man.
There was a costume. It looked like a balloon animal, like a clown makes.
Yeah.
It was one of those blow up ones. Somebody, it was full size.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was red.
There was me last
Okay.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. You did
Yeah.
good. You guys did good on that.
The juice is loose.
That's
Did you watch the new movie?
Yeah. Did you like it?
I
Did you
haven't
watched it.
I haven't watched it yet.
I liked it.
Wesley, Emily's son. He was Beetlejuice this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny dressed up as Beetlejuice.
Did he?
Yeah, he must
Yeah.
have the exact same outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already seen it. Yep.
Yeah, but I saw a lot of neat costumes last night. There was 3 young girls that were the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, really?
And all they did was they actually just had longer red, blue, green shirts, and then
Right.
had their letters. They all had letters taped on the chest. So one had S, one had T, one.
I seen two young girls last night. They were dressed up like the girls in The Shining.
Oh,
It was pretty good.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And then there was also 2 little blonde haired girls, and they were on their little kick scooters. You know, you kick them, get started,
yes.
and the power takes
About
over,
like
you know?
look like ballerinas. Or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
dressed
They
as
were over there.
ballerinas,
Yeah. I saw a person dressed up as Ghost from Call of Duty.
Really?
Full suit, had
No
the
shit.
helmet
No
with
shit.
shit up here. I mean, it
Wow, that's
looked
cool.
like it came from an army surplus, or I'm shitting you not. And he had the skull ski mask thing.
Did he have a British accent?
Well, I didn't talk to him. He just came in there and was just kind of walking
Hello,
around. He had the tan camouflage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was an adult. I don't know if it was a kid because they were good size, but they were walking
So-
around in there. I was like, huh.
So here we were standing there last night, and this little girl, she comes walking up, and I don't know if she dressed as a ballerina or whatever, but then there was this other person, you know, pretty short. So I
Yeah.
thought, okay, it's a kid dressed up in a pickle costume. I mean, it was a full pickle costume. You didn't see her face or anything. And so the little girl comes up, and I put candy in her bag, and then the other one was standing there. And I'm like, here, you want a piece of candy too? She pulls up. She's like, I'm an adult. I'm just really short. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
But that
to
doesn't mean
offend
she
you.
doesn't want a piece of candy.
Right? I mean, you know. But then, so I had that little group of kids come up, and then walking behind them was a couple adults, and they had a puppy in their arms, like a little husky or something. It was going crazy, you know. Well, as they walked by, I was still standing at the end of the steps, and those other kids were walking away, and they looked at me, and I was like, "Sorry, I don't have any dog treats," and said, "Oh, I was just being friendly, joking." you know. So as they walked away, they were dressed up in dog costumes.
We don't serve you people.
Right?
Keep walking.
So
Keep
I'm
fucking
like,
walking.
Oh shit! I told Beth. Beth was there. She's like, "Oh shit! I guess maybe. I hope they didn't identify as dogs. I probably offended them."
That's too funny.
Yeah, I couldn't tell as they were walking up,
Right.
but when they walked away, the dog part, the mask part was down their back, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're dressed as dogs."
Well, there were some that had made their own costumes and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and of course, me being out of touch on newer character stuff, I was asked, "Katie, is that?" I would guess, and she's like, "Yeah, that's what that's." Okay,
That's
okay,
what that
cool.
is.
I do have a little bit of a grasp yet. But yeah, no, it was good turnout. I was really surprised.
Yeah,
So,
it was a good trick or treat night. It got a little chilly.
Yeah.
but
At least it wasn't blowing snow.
or
Right.
raining.
It wasn't raining.
Right.
It got that out of its system.
Yeah, so
It
it
wasn't
too
blistering
bad.
hot.
No.
You know, if it wouldn't have been windy, it would have been actually a really
Yeah,
nice night
yeah.
for it. But the wind was a little strong at times.
about 6:30, I started noticing the temperature dropping, and I started getting a little cooler.
right, yeah.
But
Well, Attica was sure busy tonight.
Really?
tonight,
Yeah, I went. Mom had called and she said, "I got something for you. Come pick it up." So I went out there and got it. Which it was some delicious lasagna. That's what I ended up having for supper. But I thought, I don't know. I'm just gonna run to Taco Bell.
yeah,
I'm gonna go on to Taco Bell, get Kelly a couple chalupa things. She likes those chicken chalupas, and so I pull in there. And of course, there's a line all the way from the drive up to the thing, and I
To
had
the
one
entry
car
to the
ahead of
drive-thru.
me to get to order. I sat there for 10 minutes, and we never moved,
yeah.
not 1 inch. I fucked this. I put a reverse. I backed out. I thought, I'll just go down to McDonald's. Fuck it. That place was full all the way around the
Well-
building, all the way to 28. I was like, oh, fuck that too. So I just so I had lasagna for
You got to figure everybody was probably just exhausted from last night.
Yeah, they're like,
Well, that's true.
And then tonight they were probably like, let's just go do something easy.
Maybe there's not a football game going on tonight, so everybody's in town.
Yeah.
Well, the Mexican restaurant was packed. Everything was packed. I mean, it was a steady line of traffic. You couldn't even pull out anywhere. It was just nonstop.
I don't know if there'd be a bunch of people traveling to come in for that Sasquatch hunt thing.
Well, it could be
that's
because
out
that's
the Badlands.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, that's why.
I told
that's
you
what
it was real. I told you.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
God damn, I told- how
is
many
there
times
something
you make
going
fun
on
of
at the
me?
Badlands this weekend?
Sasquatch spottings.
the
I ended
Sasquatch
up
is
dropping
going
it from
on.
here because
What are
you
you
didn't
talking
like
about?
it.
What are you ranting about?
Nothing.
He's talking about you not believing
Nothing.
in Bigfoot.
Yeah,
said-
I believe in
I told
Bigfoot
you
the
so.
truck.
He said, I told you he was real.
I've had pictures with Bigfoot the truck.
Well,
I ain't
there'll
never.
be I think there's about 8 Sasquatches running around out there tomorrow. So
10.
Oh.
10.
there's 10 stops.
Really?
So what do you do? Shoot them with paintballs, or what are you doing here?
bow and arrow.
I think flaming bow and arrow. So when they come charging at you, they're on fire too.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Molotov.
it's kind of like a game.
Yeah, it's so it's kind of like scavenger hunt. I think you have.
Okay.
My understanding is that I don't know if you have some paper that will ask you questions about a specific Sasquatch that you see,
Right.
and it might be like this Sasquatch is taking a bath. What kind of soap is he using? You know, so that way you actually have to go. You know, and you write down the answer to the clue, and then I think after you collect all 10, then you turn it in and you get
You
entered
have
for
to
a
go-
drawing
Then they
or
put
something.
you
Go
in some
buy
kind
soap?
of raffle or
Yeah,
drawing
something
or
like that.
something. They
That's
you draw
cool.
your name for prizes and stuff.
Hey,
like
that's
that.
good. That's hey.
So you have to go buy the soap? No. Because you said go get the thing.
You have to actually wash him,
Yeah.
Oh.
blow dry him, comb him out.
So there's a guy dressed like Sasquatch and they're watching him.
Yeah.
It just looks like a wet Chihuahua. Oversized
What do they
wet
watch?
Chihuahua.
Where are they watching?
His nether regions.
I mean, like, are they watching? Where are they washing when they have to do it?
washing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't know. I've seen pictures
Just
where it just
kidding.
looks like they're sitting in just like a fake tub.
Oh,
Yeah. They're sitting like in the middle of the sand dunes, maybe.
Yeah.
Taking
Okay.
a bath.
all right.
But
Yeah,
'Cause
each,
that would
each
be-
station has him
you
doing
get
something
jerked off.
different.
That's the first thing most people would try to get.
One station's
Let's
called
jerk it off. Who wouldn't do that?
what is it?
Who wouldn't jerk off a?
Two in the pink, one in the stink. There's a
There you
booth
go.
called that. No, just kidding.
It's called the Neapolitan.
Oh, it's a lady.
There's one
Lady
called
Sasquatch.
strawberry shortcake. You just look up Urban Dictionary.
Is that the, did we
went
talk
over and
about this
picked
one
up a
last time?
flag,
Is that,
so-
no,
No, that was a different one.
That
That
was
was
a-
a.
I used to have one.
That was
I think
a.
I have a few.
Wasn't that
But I
a
don't
cream
know where
saver?
the hell they're.
something like that.
Something like that.
I think I have a few in the
Strawberry
garage, unless the
cream.
boys stole
Yeah.
them because, you know,
Yeah, I got
they go
one
over
with
the
a
Badlands
spring on it.
once in
So,
a while.
well, that
Yeah.
way, I'll snap it off.
I always just zip tie it to my roll bar. the short
Well, I
one.
bought a nice little mount. You know, the bed where it has the holes. It goes down and tighten it
I
up.
know. I was gonna buy one of those, and I thought, no, fuck that. I'm not doing it. I just got a. Fred was there one day when I was
Yeah.
over there, and I said, "You got any broken flags?" He's like, "Yeah, we got a bunch of broken ones." I said, "Okay, give me one." So I just took zip ties and zip tied it
Yeah.
to the front of my roll.
Well, there you
bar.
go.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna buy a $15, $20 flag.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the hell's Fred? I need a flag.
Yeah.
Fred, get over here.
I seen him out there today.
Yeah,
He was taking down a bunch of flags.
I bet.
American flags.
Yeah.
America.
Oh, they have a bunch out.
Yeah.
From
Like going down the lane, he was
Oh.
taking them down. I think that some of them were getting kind of shredded up and everything.
The strawberry shortcake is gross.
I can't
I looked it up
remember
on
what
Urban
I
Dictionary,
can't even
yeah.
remember what it is, but
I
when-
don't even know what you're
So
talking about.
when a woman is on her
Oh,
I
menstrual
kind of
cycle,
figured. Yeah.
the man orgasms inside her, and it mixes the colors
Adds
together.
the cream filling.
Yes,
So it's like a
strawberry shortcake.
what do they call those lifesavers that were
saver.
made? Yeah, cream saver. Yeah,
And then you
we're renaming it cream
And then-
saver.
what- And then you take a Polaroid of it.
What was it that we looked up last time? Because
I don't remember.
It was basically when you punch a woman in the nose, make her nose bleed, and then you just come on her face.
Oh, nice.
And that was, I thought that was a cream saver.
well, that might
Urban
be.
Dictionary or
Yeah, it could
strawberry.
be. I don't know.
I can't remember.
That's
It doesn't matter. It's gross.
sounds like a good time.
How
I
many
don't
people
know.
are that bored with sex that they got to like do stuff like that?
I don't.
I doubt you
I
gotta
don't
have
know.
a special person let you punch in
Yeah,
the face.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I've
That
never,
like a donkey punch.
I've never
that's,
been that type of
you
person.
gotta
so.
have. She'd be really
Don't go choking
Great.
them out.
Like, there's some, there's some that like being choked out,
There is.
and these are great women.
These are
But
great women.
until they decide they want to kill you.
Well, I'm cynical
Until
about
they
that
go to
because
the police department and
back
say,
in my
"He
head,
choked
I'm
me."
like, this is just another
hate
thing
that
to have
bastard.
leverage
Yeah.
over me. If I leave
Yeah,
marks,
exactly.
even if she's into it and she's begging for it or whatever, or asking for it, however you want to say, and I do it, and then it leaves marks, and she can come back, she gets pissed off at me. You know, that
Right.
was always my mindset
Yeah.
about that.
He choked me.
Yeah.
He
Well, you could do
abused
the
me. He
50
raped
Shades
me.
of Grey or something and have a contract set up and have them sign it.
Is that what
before
that's?
it-
How do you know so much about
We-
that?
It's a movie.
So maybe
Everybody
one
knows
watched
about
it. I don't know.
You've seen the movie, read
Yeah.
the book or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So imagine 50 Shades of Grey.
Seems
but
like all those women were interested. I
Hey,
wanted to see what the fuck.
Kelly read the books, and I'm telling you why she was doing it.
Imagine instead of a rich man, he lives in a mobile home.
You know, she wants. Hey,
That's
she,
a whole different
you know,
movie.
she wants to
What?
read a. She wants to read a
What'd you
book
say?
and get all horny. That's fine with me.
Instead of being a rich guy, he lives in a mobile home.
Or
That's a
rich guy-
whole different movie.
That's
that is a whole.
Yeah,
different
That's a whole
movie.
different movie.
That's
Yeah.
a whole different
that's
angle.
not. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Cooking, meth, and fucking. That's what that'd be called.
and burials in the background,
Yeah, yeah.
in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's all
The back
opposite.
40.
The episode of Family Guy was on where they bought the farm and ended up becoming meth dealers. It was on
You
earlier.
had a meth farm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
That whole series is about the woman getting the power back. From whatever I've heard of it.
What is it?
The 50 Shades.
50 Shades
Family
of
Guy.
Grey.
Nope.
Oh, 50
Fifty Shades of Grey, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't
It's
know
like at
much
first
about
she
it.
starts
Yeah.
being the bottom, but then she's the dominant one.
Yeah, but she, I don't know, kind of knew what she was getting into.
I never watched the movie.
I'm basically
I
guessing
didn't-
what it's
I'm kind
about.
of concerned we're working with
Kelly said the movie. Kelly
We would
said
have
the
to ask a
movie
woman,
sucked.
yeah.
Because Kelly said the movie sucked because they couldn't make the movie like you would imagine.
Yeah, he probably like pissed
Well,
on her face and
obviously, I mean,
everything.
a lot of times the books are usually
Because
better.
she said, you know, if they'd have made the movie like they made the book, then it would have just been straight porn.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, you get.
But why don't they make movies that way?
I don't know.
Because
I
they're
mean, if
porn.
you have a book that's like that and it's that graphic, you need to show it all.
Right, but
Use some porn stars.
but the other thing
Let's make this fun.
the other
you
thing
know?
is though the
Porn movies are so cheesy. Make
yeah.
a real movie.
but
yeah,
It's porn.
but
Yeah, but
nobody
they
would
don't
watch
make
the
their money
whole
back.
fucking thing.
You would. It would just take longer.
then too you have a
No, that's when you fast forward to the. Oh, there we go.
you're limiting your crowd though. that
Well,
you
the
go
way
see.
that trying to get
I know.
a good actress and actor to do it because it's going to ruin their reputation.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
But there's got to be
But I
there's got to
guarantee-
be a porn star out there that is actually a good actress.
there's a lot
I
of women that are good
guarantee
actors.
Matthew McConaughey could be in a movie like that and get away with it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Especially if that's the story. If it was 50 Shades of Grey,
right, something like
Uncut.
that.
Have you seen it?
Unrestricted.
I know you said Kelly's seen it.
I have not. I have not read.
I
I've never
don't-
read the books.
me either. I'm just
I
basing
know
on what
that
I think.
Dakota Johnson was the star in the movie.
because
That's all
I know that movie's not going to show me what I need it to.
You have to read
Yeah.
it.
Because it would have to be porn.
Yeah.
Listen to the audiobook.
I mean, you see this woman's,
I bet
chest
he, I bet
often
a
enough.
lot.
You could describe it, easily.
Yeah.
I bet he pisses on her.
But I mean,
bet he does.
The way she said the books were written, I mean, they explain
Every
little
sexual encounter.
detail. I mean, the penetration and everything that happened. Crazy. So
Well, I mean, if you think about it,
it makes your expectations. It's just like she said the Twilight books were the same way. The vampire books.
Mm-hmm.
She said she said the movies were awful.
Yeah.
Because she said they just didn't hit the movie like they did the book.
Most
But-
people will say the books are better, like the Forrest Gump book. If you read the actual,
I've
before
never
the
read.
movie was
I've never.
made, if
I've
you
never,
read
never,
that
never
story,
read it.
I guess it was way more elaborate than what the story
Right.
was. It was
See,
I'm
doing
sure it
more
was.
far fetched.
now I would probably be bass backwards because I cannot read a book that's nonfiction. Or I can't read a book that is fiction
Right.
and comprehend what I'm reading. I would have to read the thing over and over and over before I understood what I just read.
Now-
I'm just saying that because I don't think my mind would pick up on all those details
Right.
as much as
Well,
somebody that's into that type of book.
It can happen because it has happened. I mean, books and movies they're like dead
Yes.
on perfect. Just like I know it's nerdy, but the Harry Potter movies, they are dead on to the book.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, they're dead on to the books. I mean, they're just so the movies can be made as good as the book.
Right.
Well, and if you think about a book, a book is, it's from the perspective of the narrator. You
Right.
know, like in a movie, it would be cheesy as fuck if you had somebody narrating the whole movie.
Well,
the whole time.
absolutely.
And that would be, I guess, the only other way they could pick out every detail from a book into a movie.
I guess the only, I mean, like I say, I'm a fucking nerd. I read all the Harry Potter books, and the movies were amazing compared to the book. So
The books are
the other
good.
thing
They
is
can
though
be
too, some of the details in the book maybe they touch on lightly with actions rather than words a little bit here and there, but they don't go full.
I'm just saying that's why I didn't watch 50 Shades of Grey movies, because I knew my expectations would be too high.
Have you read the book?
No, but Kelly read the books. So I'm going off what she said.
Well, don't worry about what she said. You watch the movie, and then
No,
you'd be like,
I don't
"Oh,
want to
that's
watch
not a
the
bad movie."
No, I don't want to watch it.
Why don't you watch Brokeback Mountain too, Toby? Jesus.
I'm not fucking queer, Dirk.
How about fucking how Stella got her groove back?
I think I'd probably.
How about I
laugh
watch?
a lot at Brooklyn Mountain.
What was that fucking gay ass movie we watched? Big Town of Little China.
Big Trouble.
Or Big Trouble Little China. Something like that. That's Jesus.
That's what.
That's horrible.
I'm guessing there's no book for that.
Yeah, it was written by a fucking third grader.
They had every town probably had a book ban on it.
Right. That's where burning the books started.
It was Big Trouble in Little China.
Now,
Book burning in Little China. About the movie.
The movie itself.
sometimes I think it's harder for them to keep an audience interested in a movie when it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
they try to stick to everything and not veer off to
They
make it
can't
more
put it
action
all
packed.
in there. Right.
But like like a movie that one that I can think of that I recently watched was that one on that BP oil spill. Was it Blue Water Horizon or something like that?
Deepwater
Horizon.
yes.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg. That was good.
That was a very
I mean,
good
I
movie.
think that's supposed to be based on
It is.
actions. that
It's
happen.
based on everybody's what they said happened. Yeah.
So I mean,
It was very good. I love that movie.
that would be hard, I think, with the characters, with the amount of characters, if they had everybody's story to try and put into a book and understand what the fuck you just read. Like,
Right.
because I think you'd be trying to keep this person straight and this person straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think with the movie, that made it much easier.
I can't hardly read a book anymore. I'm asleep.
Yeah.
See, the way you're talking about that, about not being able to keep track and retain details, or not details, but just try to picturing the story. That's how I am with Rick and Morty. I know this is a stupid comparison, but I watch an episode of Rick and Morty. There's so much shit going on in an episode that I can't keep it straight.
You can't keep it all
because you
straight.
have to watch it constantly. You look away for 2 seconds and don't
And
pay
you've
attention.
done lost everything.
And you've
You don't
lost
know what's
everything because
going
there's
on.
like 5 Ricks, 7 fucking Mortys, and some fucking extra sister and parent. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I think they do shit between seasons that like the big fans have to watch. Because I watched the end of one season, it had nothing to do with the
Following?
the next season.
But that's I'm assuming that's kind of resembling the way you feel when reading these fictional books that you don't, because you're dead inside and you don't have an imagination. Because you're dead.
No, pretty much. I mean, I get it. There's only been so there's one book that sticks out to me that was that I loved it. I got hooked, and it was a fictional book. It was The Art of Racing in the Rain, which they recently made a movie about.
I liked the movie.
Yeah.
I've never read the book.
I read the book a long time ago.
The guy with the dog. Okay, yeah. I didn't watch it, but
But I
remember it.
I liked that movie.
So the movie
And
was
I'd read the book
pretty-
before it came out.
Well,
It'd been
see?
so long since I'd read the book
Right,
from when the
okay.
movie came out.
Yeah.
I don't know what they left out,
Now-
but it was fine.
See, I read The Shawshank Redemption
Yeah.
That's a good one.
way before the movie came out.
Andy, dear friend.
So I didn't have the.
Looks like you got your period, Andy.
I didn't have those voices
Got
in my
spontaneous.
head.
Yeah.
I didn't have those voices in my head when I read the book because.
See, and that's kind of a
thought those
sad thing
sisters.
because it would have been nice if it was bass backwards.
It,
You know, if you could have watched the movie and then you could have had Morgan Freeman's voice,
if
narrating the whole
if
thing.
you could have listened to that book with his voice, that
He
would
might
have been
read
awesome.
it. He might
Yeah.
do an
It
audiobook
would.
of it.
He might have.
Yeah.
He might have. I don't know.
That would probably be a big
but
sell.
I do like the audiobooks. I
Yeah.
really do.
I have not gotten into
I have
them.
a hard time. I have a hard time reading sometimes and comprehending, but listening, totally different story.
Audible, so like I got to where I was signed up for Audible there for
Yeah.
a while, and a lot of the books that are when they're narrated, it's by the person that wrote it. So like
Yeah.
Right.
That could
Matthew
be
McConaughey's
bad.
book, he
Yeah.
did his own. Arnold Schwarzenegger, that new one that just
Yeah.
came out, he
Yeah.
did his own. You know,
That's cool.
so that it kind of means more when it's the
Helen
actual
Keller.
person reading
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler has a book out,
Oh, really?
and I don't know this for sure, but I think he's got his. If it's on Audible, it's him probably reading.
Talking about the happy days. No, I'm just kidding.
I do. I think it goes through
Yeah.
his life and his
I
career.
think he's in the new season of American Horror
Yes,
Story.
I saw him on the commercial.
Yeah.
and he's been that. Yeah, he's been
Did you
sharing
did
it.
you ever watch those?
No,
I never watched.
no, I
any
didn't.
of
I know
them.
they change
I
up.
kind of like to go back and watch some of them.
From the way I understand
I watched the
it,
first
each-
episode and it was really, or the first season, it was good.
Every season is
I haven't watched
not
any of them
related
since
to the
then.
previous season.
No, they're all different.
and they're all different.
Yeah, everyone's
but then
different.
so Justin had watched them, and he was the one I always heard from secondhand. And he said though that every once in a while there's like a reference in a newer season to a previous,
previous
to
season.
something that was in a previous,
Yeah.
whether it would be a character's name or something that happened, an incident, or he kind of alluded. He goes, none of the storylines match. They
Right.
don't go together. They're different
Yeah.
characters, or different people, different settings, different
Right.
towns, different whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, but then they do that.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you
Well,
that.
see, they kind of did the same thing in Fargo, the series.
Okay.
Did any of you guys watch Fargo?
Watched the
didn't.
movie.
Yeah, I watched
the
a long
man.
time ago.
Yeah. That was a fucked up movie.
the series is actually really good.
Did you watch the
Yeah.
movie?
And
not
see,
watched the
Oh, yeah.
series.
Okay.
see, they kind of did that too because, this one here ends up telling the story of the next one, and then this one, they're all kind of. They all hit somewhere
Where?
together.
It's kind of like
So
background
they're
shit.
really good.
Like background
See,
stuff.
but the
It's-
very first season is kind of like the movie. If you've never watched the movie, but if you've seen the movie Fargo,
Oh yeah, the movie Fargo. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So the first season is kind of follows that line of the movie.
Okay.
And then you get on to
To
different
more
stuff. Yeah, more stories of how it all came to be.
Kind of like Breaking Bad, and then you have Better Call Saul.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So they kind of hit each other eventually, But they're really pretty good.
The American
Tom-
Horror Story.
Tom Hanks' son is in the first one.
Colin.
Yes.
I like him. He seems like a nice
he's
guy.
kind of a doofus in it, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
I always pictured that American Horror Story being like Creep Show or
No.
the Twilight Zone movies where they had different.
No,
But-
it's psychological as a motherfucker.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's not-
but what I'm saying is,
And there's
with
twists.
the storyline,
And there are also turns.
Yeah.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
with each season, instead of having one little mini episode, it's a season of
Yeah.
the same story or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't miss one and understand what the hell's
Nope.
going on.
No,
Nope.
you got to watch them all.
Yeah, you missed one. You're like, what the fuck?
I started watching, like you said, the first season, and then I don't know. So she wasn't into it. You
Yeah.
know, so I was like, okay, well, and then I never finished it. So,
It gets fucking
but
crazy.
wintertime's coming. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
See, I've
find
got
something
the
fucking
boys to watch.
I'm not a fan of the boys. I can't get into it.
Don't know.
Oh, I'm caught up
can't
on. I
get
think I
into it.
watched them all. I did.
What We Do in the Shadows is back on.
Watched.
Yes.
I'm up. I've watched all
I've
three of
watched-
those.
I am not up to date on this.
I haven't watched
Okay.
any of them.
Well, I haven't watched this this newest.
It
one,
aired
probably.
Monday, so
yeah,
I
I
watched the first 3 opening episodes
Okay.
of the season.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched this
I mean,
week's
they're
yet.
probably going to have 10, so they're about done, really.
When does it air? Like when does it
on
come out each?
Mondays. So it comes.
think
It
something's-
plays on Mondays
Yeah.
on FX at 10.
I think there is only 3 right now.
Yeah,
well, there
there's
should
not
have been a
many.
new one Monday. This
So
last
that
Monday.
might have been the third one. fourth one.
It should
Okay.
be the fourth.
Okay, so I'm 2 behind, I think.
Okay.
You know, Toby, you'd probably like
Because the first 3 you could watch right one after another.
Right.
And
Maybe
then
I
you
did
had to
watch
wait
those.
on the next week.
You'd
Maybe
probably
that's
like
what I-
fiction
that's
books
what I
better
did.
if you read good ones.
So is everybody here seen
Yeah,
If you
that's
like
the
that
thing. I
racing
don't.
one.
Is
I don't know
everybody
how to
here seen
pick
the
a good
first
one.
3?
I think I have.
You haven't seen the first 3 episodes
No.
yet of
No.
What We Do in the Shadows?
Or
You're
maybe-
waiting until it's over.
Yeah, I'm
right?
gonna wait till I watch it all.
Maybe I only watched the first one because that was the one where they had Jerry.
Yeah.
Was that the first one?
That's the first. Yeah, we can't.
Spoilers.
We
The
can't.
ti-
talk
I didn't
about it.
say anything but
Well, I
a
haven't
name.
seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bill, but
Tony was
That's the
doing
only
that.
way I
to-
could
Tony was doing
describe
that to
it,
me last weekend.
I know. We
couldn't take
went to Caldice's and I was asking him if he'd watched it yet. And he's like, no, I haven't watched it yet. Is
Oh, you
when
guys
we were
went to
talking about
Caldice's?
it?
So I think it was that night. I ended up going and watching all
Oh, did
3.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
Caldice. I was needing to get parts. I wanted to put a wiper on the Ranger,
Yeah.
so I needed to get a rear wiper off of a Ford Escape.
Yeah.
And Tony was needing. He was looking for.
I needed a seat, but I didn't find one. I
Those are
couldn't
hard to
find the
there.
fucking car.
seat for.
Well, they drove us around on a golf cart to a
Traverse.
couple lots
Oh,
that
okay.
Yeah, the
you're
edge
not
of it's
supposed to
busted.
be on by
No
yourself.
shit.
And we was looking for probably about a half hour for this one car.
Yeah,
and we
they
couldn't
never
find
could
it.
find it. So.
But they took you over like one lot's over by where they crush them,
Yeah.
and then the other one was like just a bunch of them crammed together.
Oh yeah, you couldn't even walk through them hardly.
It was a fucking corn maze.
It would have been easier to walk over the top of them, I think.
Yeah, because we got lost.
Yeah.
Tried to figure our way back through to find the entrance.
Yeah, we were trying to like, did we pass this car? Did we pass this car?
Oh, I
It's like,
remember seeing
we
that.
can't get out of here. We're fucking stuck. Yeah, I mean, this place was like a mile square, and we're in the middle of it. It's like a fucking car maze.
They got the aisles.
Well, no.
People.
So
No, there
that's
wasn't
the
any
organized
aisles.
section.
Oh, you're
This is
talking
the
about
section where they have to take
Yeah.
you to it.
Yeah,
You
they
hop
took
on a
us over
golf
there on
cart
the
and
golf
they drove
cart.
us over
see,
to
I'd
it.
never been to that
And then
part.
there was barely enough room to squeeze in between the cars.
Yeah.
So like we're folding mirrors in and trying to snake through. It's
They
like
probably have
I
to
can't
do
get
that.
through here, so I
Like,
go
you
around the other way.
probably needed a tetanus shot.
They probably have to
like,
do that so they
yeah,
don't get
that's
stripped
what I said.
just immediately.
Well, I'd
You
assume
know?
it's part of the rotation, maybe. I'm wondering if. See, a lot of these, they had been hit on, but I don't think they were as tore apart as the ones that are in the aisles.
Right.
Like, I think these were
Oh, this
fairly
was stripped
new.
fast. Yeah.
I think it's like once they take something out of the aisle, they go
Then
over
they
and grab
grab
another one of
something,
these and bring
Put
it
it in
over.
inventory, yeah.
So, yeah.
yeah.
Because they weren't as beat up.
Shit don't
as
last
the
long.
others.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know how they have stuff numbered, so you can kind of like find it in that row or whatever. They had numbers, but there was
They
no
were
row.
just scattered
It was just
everywhere.
everywhere.
You'd have to take a loader in there right from the beginning just to make
start.
a path. in
Yeah.
there. I don't know how they even get to a car if they say, "Oh, we need that one." You'd have to move 400 cars.
They'd probably
to get
just
to one.
crush a whole fucking row of cars out there, just take them all out. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they just drag the crusher over there and
Yeah.
just start crushing cars.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was a shit show trying to get through there.
Yeah.
See, I've never been that.
I mean, you
far.
had to watch too, because I mean, you fucking rip your leg open
I'm
on
sure.
something or something. He told me a couple times, just watch out for that.
Yeah.
But I was able to get a wiper arm, the case that holds the motor,
yeah.
and a visor for $6.
We had to get a-
Yeah, that place is a shit when it comes to buying. you know,
Oh
stuff.
yeah. I mean, because I'd found a seat. Ryan had found it for me down at Mecca. Well,
Yeah.
it was actually at their Terre Haute yard.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to drive all the way to fucking Terre Haute. So
Mecca's
they
got a
sent me
pretty nice organized yard.
They do, but so they sent me a picture of it. Well, it had a big stain in it. And I'm like,
Eh.
man, I don't, I'm not driving all the way to Terre Haute to check out a seat that's like, I can see the stain in the picture. They want $200 for that thing.
Yeah.
A new seat for that Traverse is $2,000
Yeah.
from GM.
What's wrong with your seat?
The edge of it is broken.
Oh, starting to mess. So.
Well, it's broke down, and the plastic's all broken on the side of it. And but
We
anyway,
asked them how
Did you
much a
have-
seat is over there, and they said $35 or
yeah,
something.
they don't give a
$35,
fuck, man.
yeah.
Did you have
But I
to look
couldn't
on
find
Facebook Marketplace? for
I've
one?
looked. I can't find the right
Well-
one. That color of seat, it's like charcoal, and then it's like lighter gray in the center, and that's only from what they say from.
I don't remember.
It was only from like 14 to 17. or
Of course.
something, or
But I mean, we found tons of Traverses over there.
Oh yeah,
We looked
Just
at
not
it.
the right
but it was
image
right
or-
seat.
It was either right color or no heat, or
Right. Because mine's heated,
seat,
and it's got the
power,
airbags in
yeah.
the side
Yeah.
and all that shit, power and heat.
Well, you remember I
Dude.
had all those truck seats at one time. I ended up selling one of the company I work for now.
Yeah.
It's in a truck at Eli Lilly in Indianapolis. But yeah, I mean, that's how I found those was just through
Right.
Yeah.
Face.
Is
Well,
there any
there's so many
special way you
different
have
trims.
to take the seats out with the
Yes.
airbags so they don't go off?
Just
I'm
make
not
sure you fucking,
sure.
ground
I mean-
yourself before you touch the yellow cable.
Well,
really, that's-
none of them have power to them. Right?
It doesn't matter. Static's enough to
Yeah, they'll
set them
they'll
off. So
fucking
that's what I
go
mean. You
off,
want to
yeah.
make sure you touch something
Yeah.
metal before you.
Because I'm pretty sure mine's got the airbags in the side.
Yeah. Well,
the seat.
so like when I was in school, they make a wristband you put around your wrist and it's tethered.
Grounding
You
strap.
ground yourself to it
okay.
while you're messing with an airbag so it don't fucking discharge.
Blow up in your face.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh, they shut a job down in Lebanon for about 3 or 4 days because an iron worker had this big fucking round rebar. And it was already curved,
Yeah.
contoured, whatever you want to say. Well, it wasn't curved enough, so he took a come along of some sort.
Oh,
hooked a hook on one end. I don't know how he did it, how he had it set up. Our safety guy was telling us about it in a meeting. And the guy was fucking cranking on it. Kicked off. Obviously, it flew off somehow.
Yeah.
Fucking came back, smashed his face, shattered all of his teeth in his
Oh,
mouth,
my
fucked his
God.
nose up, fucked his face up. I
Yeah.
guess pretty bad. And they shut the job down for a couple days after that. Yeah.
Makes my teeth hurt.
Yeah. I'm like, first of all, if this guy was an iron worker that works around this shit all the
He
time,
knew better.
He knew better.
He's like, I'm going to get that workman's comp.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to get it. I'm
Daddy
gonna,
needs some new teeth.
there's a lot less
Yeah.
painful ways to probably get that.
Well,
if I
maybe
had
he
to guess.
needed new teeth. Maybe that's what
Yeah,
it was.
maybe he's like,
Maybe.
But the thing is, if he was doing this, he's not going about it the right way because he's not doing the proper procedure.
It's
so
like,
he's not.
he's
gonna get-
fired now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, according to my calculations, it's going to hit me just enough not to hurt, but knock some of my teeth out.
Right.
Bam!
I get these teeth fixed one way or another.
Now he
I
looks
broke
like
my
fucking.
head.
Now he looks like fucking Rocky from fucking Mask.
Right. Or meth head. Got one tooth left.
Yeah, but yeah, I just don't understand what the guy was thinking. I'm picturing if I were to do something like that, I'd want to put something clamped on each end.
To keep it from sliding off.
Yes, but when you're dealing with rebar that's about an inch fucking round and you're trying to bend
Good
it,
luck bending it anyway.
Yeah.
I imagine he's one of those guys you can't tell what to do.
probably.
Most
Like,
likely.
you're like, well, I know how to do this.
If you're stupid, you
I've done
better be
this 100
tough.
I've
times.
done this 100 times now.
Guy at work says this all the time. If you're going to be stupid, you better be tough.
Right.
Yeah.
That little song.
That's a good song. Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
be tough. Yeah. Break time?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I suppose. Jesus, Tony.
Well, I don't have to. I'm okay.
Daylight savings.
Yeah, oh, very good, very good. Yes, yes. That time of year where I look at the clock and feel like it ought to be 10 o'clock at night, and it's
That's Sunday,
7:30
Yes, it would only be 9
Saturday
o'clock.
evening
right now.
into
I got to play
Sunday morning.
Red Dead again, the first one.
I know.
Undead Nightmare was so good too.
Red
That
Dead
could have been
Nightmare.
done. Yeah, where the
I don't think I
zombies-
played. I didn't play that.
God, I wish they would
should
make
have.
Red Dead 1 and the graphics of Red Dead 2.
They're doing it
Oh.
on computer. They just made it.
Did
Really?
they?
Yeah, on the computation machine.
See, they're doing that with a lot of games, though. Past games, updating them and
You could probably play it
making
with that
better.
laptop I was telling you about.
Yeah.
But
I like Max Payne better on a computer than I did the.
Yeah, but
Did you?
it played better.
see, I never played it on a computer. I never played any games on a
well,
computer. for that
on a
matter.
computer, you use your mouse to move the little cursor thing, and that's how you shoot. You'll
Did any of
click-
you guys ever look up the?
Taste my nuts.
That's okay.
Sorry, since we're talking about games,
I
before I
really don't
forget.
like it.
Really
No,
should.
I don't
I'm
wanna-
listening, Toby.
Well,
Oh,
tell
the
me-
one, the crash
Tony
racing
was
game
trying
that
to
we
shove
always
his
talk,
nuts in
we
my
always
mouth.
play.
Wrecked.
Red
Yeah,
Fest.
did you guys see the trailer for the second one?
Uh-uh.
Because they're making it too.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
It should be pretty good.
Yeah,
I
it
like
looked
this
good.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been out of the loop on games and stuff. Like games will come up on
yeah.
on my timelines and stuff that are coming out, and I'm
What
just
are
like,
these games? I don't understand.
like even the new Call. Like it used to be a couple Call of Duties back. I'd get excited when the new game was
Yeah, I
coming
don't
out.
give a shit either.
I'm kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
That Black Ops ain't bad,
Not
but
not that I'm
not-
shitting on the new games. It's just that excitement that I used to get is just not there anymore.
you can move a lot faster on Black Ops, the new Black Ops.
Can you?
It's more of a runny, jumpy, shooty thing, but they do it like you can jump like Max Payne
Oh,
and
really?
then flip, but it doesn't slow motion. You just Gives
Just
more
does it.
shot.
I used to
Yeah.
love that Max Payne. You did slow motion
Yeah.
shit.
You can jump backwards too. and
Because
do that.
on the beta there was a tutorial on how to do that stuff.
never could do it.
I couldn't
never
either.
figured
There
it
was a
out.
couple of them that I couldn't figure
Yeah.
out, and some of it was just basic shit like sliding and then turning left and then turning right and shooting
But the
both
problem
ways.
is, it's just old guns.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like, who gives a shit?
did you see they have Construction Simulator on PlayStation 5? It's probably a 4 game, but it was free on. I don't remember if it was the PlayStation Plus or the normal like.
'Cause I just have like the basic.
Yeah, I don't remember
PlayStation
which one it
Plus.
is, but I downloaded it. It's free.
You
It's
have-
actually
Is
kinda
that
fun.
is that the
Step
one?
up.
Is that the one we downloaded and tried and it was so
No.
difficult?
Well, so I remember you guys had something and it was complete dog
There's
shit.
different brands.
was.
of
Yeah.
things.
This
No,
one's
but I
don't
thought it
remember
was-
which one it was.
I thought it was the same simulator as the farm simulator place.
well, it looks like it's the same company,
okay.
but it's like the graphics on this look so much better.
Really?
Like it's
See, because I still have one downloaded on my thing.
Yeah.
But I haven't played it forever. So.
and you can change the controls,
Uh-huh.
to however you want, like just like
ISO
Uh-huh.
or whatever it is.
Yep, you can get in the settings and change that. So like, like the backhoe, it's kind of hard because you don't have enough buttons to be able to easily do the functions you want. So it's like you got to go into
Sub menu.
a menu to tell it, okay, this is the
Yeah.
piece of equipment on it, like a backhoe.
Right.
Okay, I'm either driving it or I need to use the hoe attachment. So it's a little weird, wonky. Or like if you need to look around, like if you're wanting to do the in cab, you got to click down on the left in order to change your view, but then that might be taken away from your controls. So it's not like you can look and operate. So you got to pick the spot, operate, or
See,
See, because it was the same way with me on the farm simulator game, the 22, I think.
maybe.
I don't know which one were you playing. I had the same one you did.
I can't remember. I've had a couple different ones through the years.
The newest one.
Yeah, that might. It's
I
been
think
a
it's
couple.
22 or 23.
It's been a few years since I've downloaded one. I think.
So anyway, that's the problem with that one is that there's so many controls that are so weird on a controller. But if you were set up like Mike,
Right.
yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
Right.
oh
Right.
my God, that
Right.
would be
Yeah.
so. It'd be like
Yeah.
just sitting in a machine.
Yeah.
Because he's got all the big joysticks,
Yeah.
just like what you'd have in a machine and
Now-
everything. And that is so cool.
I like so it's set up with jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And so like if this job requires you to like haul in material or if you got to go rent it, you got to go either pick it up and bring it to the job site.
Right.
Or it could be like, you're needing to put a new tank in at a gas station. That was one of the jobs. So you dig the fucking hole, you pull the old tank out, you put the new tank in, you cover it up, you go get a fucking concrete mixer,
Come back,
and
pour it
you
on.
cover that son of a bitch up, and then so there'll be another job that comes off that when they're like, hey, I got a good idea for that tank.
Right.
Meet me up on the hill. So one of the jobs was they fabricated that thing into a fucking alien spaceship because this town
fuck.
is needing, people to come into town
Tourists.
for So you dig the hole to make it look like it crash landed into this fucking hillside,
Cool.
and then you lower that thing down. Hey, it's pretty
Yeah.
fun, and the graphics really ain't too bad on it. So the equipment, it's like, it's
My
cat equipment or case or whatever,
Okay, yeah.
So
My problem is, and even with the farm simulator, because obviously I don't play it a lot anymore, but I can't ever remember the controls. There's so many
There are
different.
so
That's
many
the that's the.
different functions.
I have to keep. I don't know how many times I accidentally go through all the menus, of the graphics of your
I
fields
know.
and everything,
It's the
and
same way,
the
I
and
just got
the
tired of trying to figure
equipment.
it out all the time.
Yeah,
well,
Was
and
it
that's
like
the thing with
giant
this.
menus?
yeah.
There is so many different pieces of equipment that either unfold differently that you got to just do that to get it set up,
Yeah.
or whatever, and then it's like, okay, how do I get from this part of the equipment to this part, or it's like, you'll set up one of those giant cranes, the ones that they fucking attach to the ground. It's a great big tall thing, and so that's a weird thing to operate too. So
Well, see, I'll watch Mike's stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
And my God, he's got so much stuff just to play his game.
Yeah.
That's like, I can't afford all that shit, but that's the way to play the game.
Does he have special controls and all that, like a steering wheel
Oh,
and all that
yeah.
stuff?
He's got steering wheel. He's got joysticks just like are in an excavator. And it's like he's sitting in an excavator.
That's what flying
running.
game people do. They'll put a thing on
Oh,
a
yeah.
hat so
Oh,
they'll keep track of their head.
Yeah.
And then the screen goes there. So when you're looking at all your
The
controllers and stuff,
racing
you got
games
your-
now with
Yeah.
the
I'm interested
little
in that.
setups, the rigs.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
kind of
just insane.
interested in the vision thing they got out now. It's like goggles you put over.
Yeah, VR.
It's not VR. It's a different brand.
Okay.
I don't know if it's called MetaQuest or
That's what we got.
MetaQuest,
It's
yeah.
virtual reality.
It's
VR,
virtual
virtual reality. We have MetaQuest.
Okay.
Yeah, that's-
you have one.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
Eli has.
Okay, he's got the MetaQuest one.
No, we've got MetaQuest 2 because
We thought-
MetaQuest
Well,
3 is
they-
pretty
they've
expensive.
been-
Well,
running
it was a
into
different
ads.
name before Meta took
Yeah,
over.
it was
Yeah, what was it?
with Oculus.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one,
Oh,
this new
they
one,
rebranded it.
this new one they're advertising all the time looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks awesome.
It's
I
nice.
think that would be fun. Have you ever tried to play your Call of Duty with it?
So okay, so the way it works on the meta stuff is you have a library of stuff you can either it's free or you can purchase games or whatever. Any of like the other games that you want to play, you have to play them through PC, and then you pretty much tether your Oculus
the
headset
screen
to
display.
the computer.
You're thinking about buying a big PC, aren't you?
Well, no, I think it would be cool to try like Flight Simulator.
You
But-
can try it on mine. I can download Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
It's not a big deal, but I
could do
so
it.
like I downloaded a real cheap, but it's fun flying game. And I mean, it's enough to make you feel woozy.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
you're sitting there doing
Oh,
these
yeah.
fucking, you know,
The
things.
roller coaster ones are
Yeah.
kind of
yeah.
crappy. A couple of them.
Yeah.
We had the one where we looked at TJ's
Yeah, Anthony.
Anthony, and he had that dinosaur that was walked toward you
down the hall.
Yeah.
Like
and I was
you're at
like,
a
"Where's
museum.
its dick?" Because it walked right over us. No dick. That's probably why they went extinct.
Now,
The way they were
dick.
advertising this one they've been playing
How they gonna make
here
more?
lately is like basically any fucking game.
Yeah.
You watch TV through it. You watch
Yeah.
anything.
oh yeah, like there's a section I was checking it out the other day. I can sit and watch basketball games like your courtside or you know live TV.
No, I
or
wouldn't want
whatever.
so much for that, but I mean, if you play Call of Duty with it, it would eliminate anything coming into you from the side.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I bet
you
you
could
barf.
look and feel normal. See, that's how Gran Turismo is.
Yeah, I know. We played
Yeah,
it on
yeah.
yours. Yeah.
Except for you don't want to do the World Rally cars with that thing on. It makes you sick.
Play
Yeah.
some of those games, you
Yeah.
have to have, I think, a lot of computing power because in order for it to keep up, because you know, like think that
see.
Oculus thing, either you're using the controls, but it has the capability on some games to where you just use your hands and it picks up on what your fingers are doing.
Wow.
So like going through menus, I'm just sitting there doing that, you know, like pinching is like clicking on something, you know.
Right.
So I'll do that or I'll drag stuff
Well-
or whatever, and it sees my hands. And like I draw a box on the ground, and if I start to like move out of the box, then it's like
It
I can
brings
see
in-
you guys.
It brings in
Okay.
like
So that
you
way I know,
how when
oh
you bring
shit,
up
I'm
your
about to fucking
satellite
smack
or
somebody.
your cable menu, and it either has a shade over it, and you can still see the background, what's in the background, like the show that's playing.
All right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when I did the boxing, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Was I stepped out of the
Probably
box a
stabbed,
couple
didn't you?
times. No, but
I accidentally hit my
was
wife
fucking
on
after
accident.
one round. I was fucking
Yeah.
sweat rolling.
Yeah,
off my
moving your
fucking head.
arms is
Yeah, because I
fucking
was
sucks.
I was holding my breath, wasn't breathing right, and I'm sitting there going,
Yeah.
you know, and then doing this and dancing around.
I just kept blowing my rape whistle.
Which one? Which
That's
one
what I
was you
do when I
playing?
get
the boxing one?
attacked.
I can't even remember. It was when Eli first got it a couple years back.
Okay.
So it's an older, probably older.
Well, I
version.
was. So the football one. Have you tried that?
No, is that the one where you can be a quarterback?
Yeah, that looks fucking. That would
See,
be a
that's the
weird.
one.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're trying to take the snap and then
I don't
you're
know how they
looking
do
for
it.
the fucking
Running
people.
at you.
You know,
Yeah,
you're
it-
watching the play.
Because
Yeah.
I've tried playing that type of as close to that as I can on
Yeah.
view mode on Madden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not on Madden.
Plus, you
at least I
got
couldn't.
guys running at you like dump trucks getting ready to smash
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. But I think you're throwing. It takes a little bit to get used to that because you got to like
Find the
not
finesse.
overshoot it, undershoot it.
Yeah,
you
I don't
know?
know how they do it.
So
You almost probably have to go into a practice mode where you're trying to hit targets,
Yeah.
and where you can measure.
yeah.
But even at that, my fucking elbow and shoulder probably kill me, even though I'm not throwing an actual ball because I'd
Yeah.
be trying to emulate like I would.
But like golf, you could play like golf in that a little different, or tennis or any
They've-
of them.
Was it you talking about? You know, they've got like an indoor golf thing where it's like virtual reality, where you go in, like in Lafayette somewhere now, you can go in and you hit a golf ball into a screen and it fucking shoots it off on the screen on the video and lands. Was it you telling me about that?
Toby's looking at Dirk like he's an asshole.
No, it wasn't me. But I think I've heard of the place. I don't remember what it is
I can't
called.
remember what it's
Well,
called.
they
But
have
that,
those practice things, don't they, where you can try out a club or something?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, even at
Dick's. I think
Dick's,
they can do that.
because that's how when I was trying out mine.
Right.
But it's not as it's pretty generic.
It's not as,
But-
yeah.
Yeah.
not as
This is
tech,
supposed to be
but,
pretty decent. Good graphics. You can play 18 holes, and you're actually hitting a ball into
Yeah.
the screen,
Right.
and it just somehow the trajectory of it just picks up and
Yeah.
puts it on the screen. So I think it'd be something if you like golfing, try during the winter when you
Yeah.
can't get out there and play.
Yeah,
Hell, it's a video game pretty much. So
we need to go do Top Golf sometime
yeah, I'm down with
because
that.
it's been a while since I've done that. It's fun.
I've still got a Top Golf card.
Yeah.
Do you?
Bill, you can come
Is that-
along. You can just eat.
Is that where you eat on, or you go on the
Different levels. Yeah.
There's like couches and shit where you can just sit there. And
Really?
You can
Food-
order food and everything.
The food's a little expensive, but I
looks
mean,
good.
it's the
It's
experience.
okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's not bad. I mean,
No, it's good food. I mean, you know.
but
it's
yeah,
the
if you're,
stuff that
you're
just bring
paying
right to you.
premium prices for
I
convenience.
mean, hell, if it's cold outside, there's heaters and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff right there.
Yeah.
And a nice couch to
and
sit
those
on.
heaters work really well, and you can turn them up or down if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, it was fun. I went. Let's see, we went in. Where was we at? Alabama. We went in Alabama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We went.
But I still have my card.
I think early, maybe it was spring break.
I don't know
we
what
went.
good that does you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, everybody gets one when you first go, right?
Yeah, I think it just
think
keeps
so.
your.
I
Yeah,
just
I
don't
think
remember.
I think it
like
keeps
a-
your credits on it or something.
Yeah, something like that. It just keeps your information on it, so you can just go scan your card. And,
We played Angry Birds. a
Oh,
lot,
yeah?
where you hit the ball on the screen. There's
Yeah.
imaginary like the Angry Birds. You hit the ball in real life towards the you kind of figure out where it's at on the screen.
it's really embarrassing if you suck as bad as I do at golf, and then everybody's watching you.
Well, but it makes it
Take
an
all your
interesting
rage
game
out on it.
because there's times where I hit it and it would go through an open space, and then next time it drills something and it claps and give me points, and it's just
So I don't know.
Yeah, Top Golf was fun.
I don't remember if we really what kind of game we played. I know it was almost
we
like
really didn't play a game. I don't.
yeah.
to me. I want to say ours was something like a 301. You know, like how you would with darts.
Oh yeah,
You know, you're starting with a
Trying to
score
hit
and you're
the-
trying to hit
the different.
different areas to get your points down.
Right. I think that's what we did too.
Yeah.
It was something. It was
It's still
pretty
it's
simple.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good,
Good
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? They charge by the hour.
I think it.
something like.
Was it
Yeah,
like
I
that?
think you got a couple
many-
hours.
Couple
Yeah,
hours starting
something like
off,
that.
and then they ask you if you want to do is it 3 hours maybe or 2 hours?
You can just sit there and just add more time
Yeah.
if you want to.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Now I know if you try to reserve it, they want a lot of money. I think. Well, if you want to reserve two by themselves, like if you have a big enough group and
right.
you need,
Yeah.
it's like it requires like I think it was like fucking $500 down
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Well, probably
I felt weird when I first walked up to it because you're like looking out over
Yeah.
because we were on
'Cause
the
even-
second or third floor.
Well,
of that
even when
one.
you're on the first floor because it sits
Yeah,
up,
right.
you're still up above the
Yeah.
ground a little bit.
I don't remember how high we was.
we were on the second or like it was a big place.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like second or third floor of this place, and I was like looking down, like, damn, I'm gonna fall off this son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
go to hit, and
That's
my ass rolled down.
That's when you always see those videos of those people landing in those nets.
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause they got like catch nets at the end of the.
And see, that's the other
the
thing.
deck.
I want to go at night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because they always
where
have the
everything
shit
lights
lit up.
Yeah,
we went
Yeah.
late afternoon, and then by the time we were kind of wrapping up, they were turning the lights on and everything, so it was almost getting dark. Yeah.
There's another one downtown Indianapolis across White
Yeah.
River, White River there called Back Nine.
Yeah.
That's more adult oriented, I think, because it's a bar and they have live music.
Well, they got strippers and shit.
I don't know about that,
Oh,
but
I was just
it's
wondering,
just
yeah.
more. I think you got to be 21
Yeah.
to be there.
I don't
As
think
to where
they
Top
More,
Golf.
it's more family.
They probably don't
oriented.
pay women to take their titties out, but if they do take their titties out, it's probably not frowned on.
Could
I
be.
don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I can't speak to that. But
Yeah, I noticed that when we went to that Colts game this year. and
Knock
went
the
by it,
stripper
so-
off the pole. There's been a bunch of videos people trying to I watch TikTok, but trying to hit like balloons and shit with their golf clubs. You know, they got a camera set up and they just keep trying to hit them, and they're
I
like
see.
trying to hit this little thing on a post or something.
okay,
you know?
targets.
Yeah,
with
like
the
they're
golf
trying to hit
balls.
targets with the golf balls and stuff, and I'm like, I'd be there for 6 months and never hit
Well,
anything.
was it the TaylorMade or something? They was doing that competition. They would have like Tiger Woods and Roy McIlroy and stuff like that. They'd be doing challenges. Like they had looked like these glass windows, and it would have a picture of another player, and the first one to knock every panel out on this window, would win. So like they're hitting low flyers or whatever into these windows,
Right.
or it'd be like whoever can hit the golf ball the highest with the driver or something like that, or
Pop it up.
But
Just made
that's
me
kind
sick
of
to my
interesting. To
stomach to
watch.
know
Every
how
time
bad I am.
Every time I see one of those videos of somebody trying to hit something with the golf ball, I think of the goddamn movie Uncle Buck. You remember when you guys seen Uncle Buck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where,
It's been
a long
where he's
time.
got the boyfriend in the trunk, and then they let him out, and he mouths off as he's running away. So John Candy gets the golf clubs out, drops the golf ball, and like hits him in the back of the head while he's running away.
That's right. Because
It's funny.
didn't he say? Or no, I'm thinking Cousin Eddie after the sled goes down. That's what it was.
Bingo.
Yeah, there we go.
I love that car. Your car's on fire. Nah, just burns a little oil.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, it's okay.
Reminded me of your car when you were 16, the old hoopty.
The old
That
hoopty.
thing, the way it would sit there and
God.
float,
That's a good car.
Oh my God.
It's amazing we didn't die in that
I
thing.
know.
Especially that day literally took the whole stretch from fucking 41 all the way up to 26 to get that son of a bitch up to 110 miles an hour.
I know. We shouldn't have never been going over
No,
55 in that
we got
car.
up to 85. That fucking thing just started doing this.
I mean, it literally started floating this way.
the sway bar,
Side
the
to
shocks were
side.
shit.
I mean, sometimes when you go around a corner hard enough, it would lean hard enough to rub the
The
front bumper on the ground.
Woo.
Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
worn out. You take and push down on that, and it would bounce for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Just
It
sit
wouldn't
there.
stop. It was so cool. That's why it
That
was
poor
called the
car.
hoopty.
That poor car. That should have been a sales ad for a 305 Chevy engine.
Oh, and it
anytime.
ran like shit. It sounded like shit all the time. It always missed. No matter what you
yeah.
did to it, it still missed.
Yeah.
So it just.
Well,
I used to always hate fucking land yachts.
Yeah.
But now
love
it's like that's what
Yeah.
I think would be cool to have.
Fuck
Yeah.
well, just like seeing that one morning, Stephanie sent me the picture of that one that was sitting over here at the hospital that I shared with everybody. I was like, that's fucking cool because I haven't seen one of those in years.
Right.
I saw a Ford LTD yesterday on the way back over to
I
Attica
think
taking
that
Eli.
one that TJ had was
I
almost
saw one,
identical
too.
to the
Kind of a
picture
dark
he
blue. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah,
gray.
it looked like a girl was driving it.
Lincoln.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
might have
Does
been
he still
leaving
have that
the
out in
factory.
garage, or they
That I
got
don't know.
over
I
by
saw
the
this.
county.
I don't know if he
Okay.
currently
Closed
does.
out
I think they had a plan
I think
to
everybody's
maybe
getting out of work
let
at
another
the
family
factory.
member
Oh,
take
okay.
on it.
Because those things are
That's a cool
disappearing
car.
too. What's
Yeah.
left of
Oh
those.
yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
Because
I've seen it was
people are
sitting
using those
outside.
to make general
I love
leads
those
for the
big old
stunt
boats.
shows.
My first car was a 77
Okay.
Caprice.
Because
Yeah.
Two-door
frame and everything,
Yeah.
they can modify it, make them look like
shit. You can't touch one.
Challengers and
Yeah,
or Chargers.
yeah.
I think it'd be cool to have like one of those old cars that like an old Cadillac that had the great big fucking tail fins.
Yeah.
I used to think
That'd be hard to drive.
Jeff's grandpa
Oh, yeah.
Han had one, that mint green one that Marty ended up having. I drove it. That's why I drove to graduation. That
Yeah.
green, old mint green Cadillac. You don't remember
No, I
that?
don't
Oh,
remember that.
you would.
I loved it.
I remember the car.
Yeah, you would have gushed. I know I drove it around.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
My first car was almost a 65 Cadillac. But their mom and dad were like, nah, you don't want that. It was at Purcell's junkyard. And I was like, this car is fucking amazing. And they're like, no, you don't need that. You don't need that car.
Yeah, they're like, don't you want this Porsche? He's like,
Well-
no, I want this fucking Continental grandma car.
I ended up with that Trans Am, but I really wanted that Cadillac.
See,
Because that'd been so much. I'd have been bad.
I love a big
'Cause it
big
might have
old
been
comfy
actually-
car like that.
Oh, the Toronado.
Yeah.
Good thing about that Trans Am, it was slow. That Cadillac could probably got up and win it.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I miss the old Chrysler Concorde that Joe
Yeah.
had because that fuck.
Well, there's one sitting at Beatles, isn't there? out front.
Maybe.
It's not the same color,
Not
but it's
sure.
a Concorde.
It could
it's
be.
a gray one. It's sitting out
Is
there.
it?
Made me think of you because I see it sitting there.
I guess
the
I
other
need to
day.
look, but I loved it because that thing was getting pretty floaty. You
Yeah.
know, you can cross tracks.
Oh,
and
it's
sit there and
fun.
just
Oh,
do
yeah.
that for a while.
They ride so nice.
Oh my God, the seats were so comfortable in it.
comfortable.
And then if you
Yeah.
were the one that somebody else was driving that was the DD,
Yeah.
you could have a cooler and it had the nice pass-through seat where you could reach into your cooler.
Sure.
Heck yeah.
My
Love
brother,
that car.
my brother has a 78 or so Chrysler Imperial.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's tan
Cool.
and like tan interior. Looks like shit with that tan. But yeah, it's like new.
You want it, don't you?
No, he's gonna. I keep telling him to sell. He's not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was there for the longest time. I was looking at station wagons. I was trying to find me a great big
That
station
Pontiac
wagon.
station wagon would have been
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
I still think Pontiac motors are one of the best motors built.
I've got to check with him, but there's a carpenter that is currently working on a project site near us. He used to have one of those, the white with wood panel looking Caprice
Yeah.
station
Yeah.
wagons, like 90s
Yeah.
with the round front end.
Dad had
like the one in my backyard.
Yes.
Basically the same thing. That's
Yeah.
a Park Avenue, but
Wait, Dad's was an Oldsmobile. He'd bought this Oldsmobile.
We're not talking about fucking
station
Oldsmobiles.
wagon. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No. But anyway, but it had that shit fucking diesel. Chevy diesel.
Oh, God, those-
6.2.
Oh, yeah. The
Was
ones
it?
that were based off the small
6.5,
block.
what is it,
Yeah.
6.5?
Clack, 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 clack,
It was
clack.
like it was like a Chevy 350 they
Yeah.
turned into a
yeah,
diesel.
they put big heads on.
And
Fucking
that-
ripping
but-
head bolts out of
Yeah.
it.
Basically, it was in an Oldsmobile,
Uh-huh.
and that thing was the biggest pile
Piece
of
of
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
But the car was so cool.
Yeah.
it was just huge.
Did it ever start right? Or did it
No,
start?
we couldn't hardly ever get the damn
That's how
thing
that
to
van
start.
was I had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Those
terrible.
things, if it came
Those
to
things
winter,
were worthless.
even if you had it fucking the heater block plugged in.
Dad only had one good one. That
Yeah.
red Suburban he had.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh,
red
yeah.
Suburban.
Oh, yeah.
That thing would start
'Cause that's
It
when he had
didn't
the
matter
football
if
team,
it was
right?
Fucking 40 below outside. You hit the glow plugs on that bitch. You didn't have to have it plugged in and fire right up. Must have been the best one they ever made.
Probably.
Well, problem is,
Because
you
he
know,
bought that off
Damn.
Landis Waters.
They're down
and
to
it was-
6,800 on that fucking thing now.
Oh, better,
See,
better
if-
get it.
if
Better
you make
get that
it-
fucking golf cart
If you
sold.
if you went, I was gonna say if you went about that,
Maybe
then-
he'll trade.
Yeah.
hey, I
make
know.
it
Trade for a fucking golf
I know yours is a Polaris, but I
Fuck
saw
yeah.
a young lady driving one
If you make
that had
enough
the
shitty
same
engines,
shade
eventually you'll
of
build a good
color.
one.
Like
Oh,
you-
really?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
I don't know what
Laws of
manufacturer it was. I didn't catch it because I was trying to see if it was you or Jill
Oh.
in it because it came driving by, and I was turning, and I was trying to look, but then I was also trying to make sure I didn't hit Kay that was walking right there. So it was kind of
That's
like
a shaggin' wagon there, buddy.
Yeah. I know.
I'm still trying to
What
get
year
the
is it?
van. Piece
66.
old van.
yes, from Ryan.
66
Why won't he come
Catalina.
off of it?
I don't know. I've been trying to.
The 389.
truck.
I'm trying to hint around.
Yeah.
to
389
Judy
two barrel.
Bet you want
to
it.
give it to me. If he ain't never going to do nothing with it.
It's
Runs and drives,
it's probably
needs
been fucking
exhaust,
chewed up by
shocks,
mice.
headliner,
know.
dash
That's what I'm
pad,
afraid of.
solid body, buckets, and console out of a Grand Prix.
Tell him you'll
Power
trade
back
him the
window.
truck.
we gotta
He-
stop
he
talking
doesn't
over each
care.
other.
It's probably.
You can't even listen.
Tanya?
You can't even hear
No,
this.
it's Judy.
You can't.
Oh.
They can't even
But
hear
she
us.
never signed the title to it.
They don't even know they're talking over us.
They don't even know we're even
They
here
have no
anymore.
fucking
have
idea.
it.
Yeah.
So-
But you can't listen to a
I
podcast
get
like
it.
this.
Damn, Bill.
Dude, I want that thing
What?
so bad.
Found
We
another
keep
one.
talking over each other, so it's not listened
Well, it's
to.
because none of us has patience to sit there and give each other turns to talk.
You guys talking about a station wagon. We're talking about a van. so-
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that's our dinner wagon right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we all go out to
Speaking
dinner
of that,
together.
we need to-
only drive it twice a year.
I know we keep saying this, but we need to plan on going to like Carbondale or somewhere for dinner one
I know.
Friday night.
Whenever.
or
Well,
Saturday.
last time I saw pictures, like a lot of people.
Nobody wants to.
It's like-
nobody seems to want to put it together.
Well,
What's that?
Everybody wants to go, but nobody
Right.
wants to put it together for
Well-
everybody to get together and go to dinner.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah,
nobody will
dude,
pick
I
a
don't-
time or a place. I mean, last time we went,
we
it was
fucking
like
literally
pulling fucking
argued.
teeth,
We
arguing.
It was like a bunch of
to try to
women. I don't
figure out
care.
which where to
okay.
go.
I'm gonna talk now. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Okay. The problem was you guys are married too long. You got a girlfriend way too long. You didn't want to choose where to eat because you're afraid to get in trouble. And I was
Well,
finally like,
No,
let's go
I
to
literally
Texas.
didn't care.
I didn't.
I was like,
care
let's go to
either.
Texas Roadhouse where we first,
Yeah.
but nobody wanted to guess it or say, yeah.
Well, because
I mentioned everything and nobody said anything.
Well, they're afraid to piss off their wife somehow.
Well, no,
You
it's
don't even
just
know you
we
were.
don't
I don't
get
remember.
together
When
like
did,
that.
When did we go out to eat?
Went to Texas
We went
Roadhouse.
to Texas
Last year?
Roadhouse last year.
Or was it this
But
year?
it took
being-
forever for everybody to decide.
Because you
on a
were
fucking
afraid
place.
of making your women mad.
Well,
I think I came here.
Because we were going to go to Texas, and you guys were, what about this thing?
because
What
we were
about this
riding,
thing?
we
What
were
about
in your
this thing?
truck when we went. I think, weren't we?
I'm glad Toby has a nice truck to.
I
ride
rode
in.
with Toby. I know.
Yeah.
I rode
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, I
think
know,
we
it's
did
just for
all
some
ride
reason
together.
it's-
Because
All
I think
five
we,
of us
I think
rode
we all,
together.
yeah. Because TJ went.
TJ went. Yeah.
Yeah,
The four of us.
that's right.
with
Yeah,
TJ.
that's right. Yeah.
But we need to go to dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I don't care where. Doesn't
And
matter
that's
to me.
what I mean. I'm at the point where if we go to Lafayette,
I threw
I'd like
everything
to go.
out there. I was at the point. Fuck it. I don't care if we have goddamn barbecue at fucking my house, Dirk's house, or Toby's house, whatever. Let's just fucking get together and bullshit.
well, I said we gotta try the Carbdale one Friday or Saturday.
I haven't been
evenings.
there yet, so
The one time I was there, it was good.
I used to spend every goddamn fucking 3-4 days a week in there.
I've
but
had lunch a
I haven't
couple
been there in years.
times from there.
Yeah. Everybody says it's really good.
Yeah.
Brandy does a wonderful job.
She does. Yep.
That sounds like a woman's name.
It is.
Brandy.
Brandy.
She sounds nice.
You know her.
You do.
I don't know. Who the
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
All right. Let's
getting
just-
out,
all right,
getting
hey,
out the Facebook.
How about we just end
Now
the
they're all gonna
podcast
be real
now
shitty
so we
'cause
can
I
catch
want us
Bill
to-
up on
at
who
this
we're talking
moment.
Bill
about.
on who these people
Gossip
are.
is so we're
Yeah.
not doing it in the middle of the fucking episode.
Turn the fucking thing off.
Let's
Turn it off.
see.
End this,
Fucking done.
end this abortion.
I'm over it.
No. Everybody, thank you for listening.
I got. Yes. 302.
Here we go.
302 bitches. 302.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. That's not far off from the family